How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And before we get started, I want to say happy 4th of July to all of my American viewers out there. So today we're going to be talking about Blackberry. I did a video on it not too long ago, and many have been asking about an update. But of course, before we get into that, I want to let you guys know about the private group. It is now live. Whether you're looking to become a better trader or an investor, then this group is for you. You can find the link inside the description. We'll be happy to have you a part of the family. So let's jump into the agenda. So today what we're going to be going over is a technical analysis, seeing how Blackberry performed on Friday. I think this is very key because we want to see what are those areas of support and how's it looking on the chart in regards to being bullish or being bearish, and can we look forward to a reversal. Then secondly, we're going to be taking a look at the short interest information. Of course, we want to see if Blackberry still has short squeeze potential here. So by taking a look at the short volume ratio and other stats as well, this will give us a good indication of that. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know, are institutions loading up? Have institutions been showing any interest whatsoever in Blackberry in regards to taking advantage of those spikes that it has been seeing recently? So we're going to be figuring that out. And then when all of that is done, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts. So let's jump into it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for Blackberry. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $11.99, being down 1.48%. On the low, it tested $11.82. Then on the high, testing $12.25. So the chart that we're using is actually the 1-year daily chart. So let's see how it's lining up with our indicators. As you can see down below, we have the RSI right around 47.12. So just a little bit below the middle. So it's not deep in the oversold territory. And of course, it is not in the overbought territory. When we see where it is, as far as the 200-day, of course, we have strength above it. We also have strength above the 100-day, but as you can see, we are below the 21-day EMA. So this means the trend has been broken. So as far as downward pressure is concerned, you can see right here, Blackberry does have a gap that needs to be filled. So I wouldn't be surprised if it decides to pull back, getting to around $11.60. This is where the gap, actually where it needs to be filled in. We see it got down to $11.82 on the Friday, so $11.62 would not be strange if we end up visiting that particular area. If it did decide to break through this area and pull back even further, then of course I'm looking forward to seeing some strength right there at that $11 level. As you can see, we have a good amount of support there. So what are we looking forward to in regards to next week? Yeah, since it is in a bearish pattern right now at the moment, hey, let's fill this gap in and then look forward to seeing reversal so we can start seeing a bullish sign and seeing Blackberry come back to reclaiming the 21-day EMA, where we'll start seeing some strength again. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for Blackberry. So let's see what it looks like. So the short volume on Friday was at 1.5 million, and this was taken to close as of July the 2nd. When I compared this and looked at what we saw on Yahoo, it was just over 50% for the short volume ratio. When we take a look at the short shares availability, it is at 7.1 million, updated 13 minutes ago, and the short ball free rate being at 0.38%. And as you can see it clearly right here, they have it updated. The short volume ratio is at 53.04. So if we end up having a lot of buying volume going through Blackberry on Tuesday or sometime next week, then we could definitely look forward to seeing some strong moves to the upside. If it continues to have low volume, then the stock price will continue to go down. So that is something that I want you guys to be aware of. But like I said, that short squeeze potential in Blackberry is definitely there. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for Blackberry. So we can see here on the inflow, we have 18, and on the outflow, we have 21. We have 0 on the large, we have 11 on the medium, and we have 7 on the small. For the outflow side, we have 12, and then on the small, we have 10. No surprise, outflow was exceeding the inflow. We were going into a long weekend here, so of course there was going to be a lot of selling that would have been going down. So when we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days for Blackberry, it's literally been zero on the 2nd, on the 1st, on the 30th, as well as the 29th, and we had a big time outflow on the 28th being at 362.85. So what am I looking forward to going into next week? Of course, I'll be giving you guys that full breakdown inside the final thoughts. But from what we're seeing right now and what I covered in the technical analysis, we want to see Blackberry fill that gap all the way through. And what I'm talking about is if it decides to pull back to that $11.60 area, then I would consider getting into a position and seeing there's some momentum to take advantage of. But I'd only do this if I see increased volume and the chart shows me that, hey, things are looking bullish. So now let's jump into the final thoughts. So for my final thoughts for Blackberry, as far as Tuesday is concerned, this is a play to keep on your watch list. You want to see, okay, how's the price action really looking? If it decides to pull back during regular trading hours, there is some opportunities that present itself, and you could see that in the technicals when we went over it. As far as short squeeze potential, yes, Blackberry's looking really good with the short volume ratio of over 50%. So what does this mean? If we end up getting a lot of volume and a lot of buying pressure on Tuesday or even any day throughout the week, then we can look forward to seeing some strong moves to the upside for Blackberry. But again, if the volume ends up being low and we're not seeing a lot of buying, then I could see some more downward pressure in the overall stock price. And that's something that I want you to be aware of. If you're trying to go long on Blackberry, so you see this as a play that you want to hold for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, I would continue to be patient. I wouldn't go in at the moment. That is just my personal opinion. But for the most part, hey, we just got to look forward to see how this week starts, see how the market is really looking, and that's what I wanted to update you guys on. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.